Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? And if you would take your seats, we're about ready to begin. My name is Rick Cole. I am the consultant for the digital media program. Most of you, at one time or another, I will be your MC, as I said tonight. So it's my privilege to welcome you here to the winter warm-up. Baseball season is what now, 13 days away for you guys to open up the first pitch? Someone told me last night it was exactly 2 weeks, so I'm thinking 13 days. And I can't think of a more exciting time for you guys and for us too at North Central as you guys get to go out and start hopefully a full season this year. I know last year was such a disappointment. We're going to have several speakers tonight. We're going to have some food, video, and a lot of fun to kick off this year. And then I'll be winning 2 or 3 prizes, so you might want to congratulate me now on that. Is that pretty exciting? We'll start out tonight with our national anthem. Sarah Beth Michael is here to sing. She's a member of our Dance Wave team. She is a sophomore from Gallatin, Missouri. So if you would please stand for our national anthem and join Sarah Beth Michael for that.
Thank you, Sarah Beth. Welcome, everyone. Appreciate everyone who is here in attendance tonight. And I know that we have a live stream going, and there's some people joining us via the live stream. It will be archived and accessible in the archive as well. So I know that we'll have several people joining us, some of our alumni that couldn't be here. So. First of all, I'd like to just quickly thank Sarah Beth for singing. Great Western is here again this year, as always, doing catering. They do a great job. We really appreciate them. Jeff and staff are always outstanding, and just want to give them some recognition. I know we'll enjoy our meal tonight. It's brisket, one of my favorites. So. It's been kind of a crazy week. It's been a crazy 2020, I guess. A crazy school year. Definitely not the quote-unquote norm. So tonight, this is probably I've kind of lost track, and I'm kind of going off the top of my head, but I'd say this is our 10th or 12th, 10th or 11th dinner that we've had annually. And of course, with the pandemic, this year was looking like it might be in jeopardy, and we're doing something very unusual, doing something that's live and also being streamed at the same time, kind of virtual / live. This dinner is always an exciting time because it's a chance for us to pause. The theme remains the same year to year. We look at our future, we look back at the past, and we kind of assess the current and kind of celebrate Pirate baseball from the beginning to the present and let's take a look at the future all at one time. And so it's always kind of a neat thing. The timing of it allows us to invite some of our newly recruits or commits, newly signed players, which makes it a little extra exciting. This year, as I said, the theme is always the past, the present, the future. That kind of a consistent theme. And then each year, I think we also sort of find another message or something to go with it. And my thought this year was that, I had the word excitement going through my head over and over with the start of the new season. And not only the excitement that I feel as we're getting ready to go into a new season with the hope of getting through a full season, as Rick referenced, we got cut short last year. I see our team, I see the promise, and that gives the excitement. I also look around NCMC and the campus, and we have new res halls going up right now. We are going to talk a little bit tonight about a new indoor practice facility, which is really awesome, specifically for baseball. And it's also going to be with softball, but for us, for just being a little selfish, we're really excited about that. So those are a lot of exciting things despite the pandemic, despite the negatives and the things that might bring you down a little bit. So I really felt like, some key words for tonight that I want to kind of reference were going to be resilience and perseverance. And I'm going to keep that as my theme. And it's almost like this pandemic and this fall and the school year up to this point, it was really, we've had our resolve tested. We've had to be resilient. We've had to deal with adversity, and perseverance has been, something that we were trying to strive to maintain our perseverance and to continue to persevere to fight through and keep that optimism with the new exciting things that are happening and good forward vision. With that said, as this week went, we had Mike Arbuckle scheduled to be our keynote speaker, as he always is. And last weekend, I got the message from Mike that he wouldn't be able to make it. He had to be quarantined with COVID protocol. And so we got a little wrench thrown into the mix, so a little more adversity to add to things. And of course, we were resilient, we persevered. With baseball, you always hope to have a good, strong team, a talented team, but you also know that depth is important. You go through adversity, you have things happen, and you have to, fall on that depth of your team. And so when that happened, I had, about a week to look for someone to take Mike's place. And just a note on Mike, he's doing well, he's healthy. We visited last night. I know he hates not being here. Pretty sure if we figured out things out on the computer that he and Martha are watching. And we want to say hello to them and wish them well. And Mike is, as most of you know, he's just retired last October after a distinguished and successful career as in the Major League Baseball. He started as a scout, he worked his way, he was player development, scouting director, a lot of titles along the way. He's been, on the draft side of it, he's assessed, up and coming talent, he's assessed talent at all levels in baseball, and just a great baseball background and an awesome career. And we're hoping that, come fall, we'll have an opportunity to celebrate with Mike in person and celebrate his career more, in time here as things everyone gets healthy and we get to a better point in time when we gather more people. But we're very excited just to celebrate him this October. Look forward to that, and hopefully he stays healthy and well, and he and Martha will do this soon. So I know Mike referenced yesterday that he's looking forward to seeing this group. He's hoping maybe in the next few weeks or maybe get out to a game or come to a practice and get a chance to talk with the boys. So we got that little bit of adversity, and I started to think, try to think on my feet a little bit, who we can have come up and speak for us tonight, and started making a few phone calls, and it kind of hit me. Dr. Flavor, our school president, he's going to be here, college president, and Doc, he's got a passion for the game. He's a collegiate athlete. He's coached at multiple sports. He was an athlete at multiple sports, but he really has a passion, I think, for baseball foremost. He was a collegiate pitcher, and then he went on as a college head coach. So he's got baseball in his blood, he knows the game, he wants to talk the game, so I thought, there it is, problem solved. We got our backup, so we got depth, we're good. So we slated him in, and things are going better, right? And the outlook was good. And we got to today, and this morning he gives me a call, and he sounds awful. And I just hope Doc might be streaming this. He might be too in bed resting right now, trying to recuperate and see this on a playback or something. But we wish him well. Unfortunately, we miss him and Pam not being here tonight, but hopefully he's doing well and get well soon. And so he suggested, hey, why don't you get Rick? I think, okay, that'll work. Rick will do a great job. Well, Rick's our MC, I'm thinking. And then I got more I thought about it. He's doing a basketball game on a video shoot. They're playing down at Crowder. He's out on campus trying to recall the game through a video. And I said, he got so many irons in the fire. His plate's so full. What other options I have? I go, hey, I've got an alumni coming today, and it's Chris Fletcher, head coach at William Woods University. There you go. So we got, like I said, we have that, thankfully. So we're glad to have Chris and Rachel here. We're excited, and I'm excited, especially excited to hear him speak tonight, kind of the crowd coach. And so Chris Fletcher will be our keynote, and I'm just kind of going down and kind of outlining what our night looks like tonight. I mentioned this indoor facility. Alicia will be talking about that here in a little while. We're going to see videos and hear from our players that will be introducing themselves via video. They may not realize that. They shot some videos a few weeks back. So we'll be doing those while we eat, and we'll get introduced to our current players. We have some commitments, some of our 21 commits here. High school guys that are here tonight that committed to us, and we're excited to have them here. We'll recognize those guys who are kind of looking to the future. So I'm excited about getting things going tonight. It's been a tough go. Like I said, we keep getting faced with adversity. We've got to persevere, and we've got to be resilient. And so that kind of leads me to one more thing. And it's going to be a little tough, so bear with me. I wasn't sure how we'd handle this tonight, but this morning, I found out before I really got going, I had woke up and I had messages on my phone, and some of our former players. We lost a Pirate last night. I had no idea. It's hard. So it's been a rough day, and been kind of holding it in, so bear with me. Travis Swearingen, he played here when I came here my first year. He was a freshman, came in, and played was a Pirate, played for us. He also stayed a third year, was a coach and player for us. And I can't say enough great things about Travis. Travis went on to Lincoln University in Jeff City. He played and coached there. After he finished playing there, he has since gone on and he's coaching at the high school level. I know he's done some academy ball and some things like that. But unfortunately, we lost him. Travis was in a truck accident yesterday and didn't survive. So Travis, not our time to taking help. Travis would be probably early 30s. I think one of our players here played under Travis on the summer program, and I know that we have a player here, a current player who is from Travis's hometown, and so I know they should like me a little bit. And I believe Chris knows Travis well. Anyway, so I didn't know what all day I've been thinking about how I would say it and what I would say, but I know that I've been all throughout the day, I've been getting messages from his teammates, and some of them are really struggling, obviously. And they're already planning to do something for Travis in his honor this year. So we'll probably do something at a home game here very soon. And I apologize for struggling with this speech, but anyway, I know that Travis was a strong individual. he would be, he would want to see us move forward and persevere. And so hopefully we get to this spring at some point in time, we'll be able to gather some of his teammates together and do some things in his honor. But yeah, it's been a rough day. So we keep our chin up and keep working through those adverse situations and try to persevere. So anyway, I think I've been short with our players today a little bit at times, and part of that probably is this reason. I know that I look out there and I get a little frustrated. I want to say, Reese, take the jacket off, get your glove off the table, put the ball back in the thing. Things like that, But I know that, you're like a parent to these guys. And, they really mean a lot to you. And it's just a tough thing. So, I hope all of you guys realize how important you are to your coaches. Anyway, moving on. I have to go and see what I got to introduce next. And that's the other thing too. I was so afraid to come up here and speak about Travis and bring this down, but I don't want to bring it down. So anyway, I apologize for the emotion, but I know Travis, like I said, he wants to persevere and move on, and we have a lot of exciting things to look forward to. I'm especially excited about what Alicia's going to talk about this indoor facility. We'll talk about that a little bit more, and I will reference that later on too. But a lot of people worked hard to make that a possibility, and we've got some promise with that. So I look forward to seeing the videos of our current players, and I look forward to recognizing our new guys and talking about our outlook for this year. So I appreciate you guys bearing with me, and I apologize for the emotion, but I hope you appreciate it. So, Alicia.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Alicia Endicott, and I'm the Director of Development here at North Central Missouri College. And I want to wish our Pirates good luck with this upcoming season. We're really looking forward to seeing you on the baseball field, and hopefully Rick will be live streaming games, correct? Okay. All right, PiratesDigitalMedia.com. Go there, like Donnie said. You'll be able to see, or I think Rick said, the winter warm-up will be on demand at PiratesDigitalMedia.com. And I know Rick has some students here helping, so we thank them for being here as well. I just have a couple things real quick tonight. First off, I think we're going to have our video working here. We have NCMC Pirates baseball alum, Chris Hoffman. We were TJC when Chris was playing baseball for the Pirates. And he has a short message for you guys. Chris is on our foundation board of directors. He's also current board of trustee, and he's part of the 2005 Distinguished Alumni Class. Chris?
Hey guys, sorry I'm not going to be able to make it to the banquet this weekend, but so if you'd been lucky enough to play ball for Trenton Junior College Pirates in the spring of 1978, you could have worn a neat hat like this. I know you're all envious, but so this is what we had, and scholarships were $100, so it was a little different deal then, but we were competitive and we had a lot of fun. But I just wish you guys a lot of luck. Practice hard, play hard, and don't forget to go to class, because that's what you're here for, to get an education. And enjoy your speaker tomorrow night, Mr. Arbuckle. He was one of my coaches growing up through the Little League and Pony League and that. And he's a great guy and has a lot of knowledge about baseball. And so just listen up and have fun this weekend, and good luck this year. Hey guys, sorry
Thank you, Chris. We appreciate that message. That also gives me the perfect opportunity, since Chris mentioned scholarships, to remind our Pirates that the scholarship deadline is April 1st if you will be here in the fall of 2021. And I'm happy to also add that our scholarship awards are a little bit more than $100 from when Chris was attending TJC. So April 1st, Pirates, get your scholarship application in. I deal with the foundation and with the Here in the Ketchum Community Center, our Lady Pirates and Pirates are going to take on Metropolitan Community College, and we'll have other activities live streamed through Pirates Digital Media and Facebook Live that day. We encourage alumni to send in photos or short videos sharing the Pirate Pride, and that can be sent to ncmissouri.edu, or that's the website. The email address is ncmcalumni@mail.ncmissouri.edu, or our Facebook page, Foundation and Alumni. You can send it in that way as well. We have every October, the third Saturday in October is Alumni Pirate Baseball Game, so we'll look forward to seeing our alumni back in October as well. And any additional alumni events, you can find that on the website, ncmissouri.edu, and also on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and others. Now, let's see here. If you can get up on the big screen for me, please, on the video board. Donnie gave a hint of it, Coach Hillerman did. We are going to be having this fall semester a new indoor practice facility. This is going to be an 80 by 120 building. We have a very generous donor who's helping us with this project, as well as support from North Central Missouri College Board of Trustees and the foundation. We are super excited about this event. As Coach Hillerman said, it will benefit not only our baseball team, but also our softball team. We still have a few things to do before groundbreaking will happen, but we will keep everyone updated and posted on this new building. It will go directly north of the current dairy practice facility, so we're not moving it too far for a new location, easy access for our players, and for everyone to be able to enjoy. So really looking forward to that. Even though Mike couldn't be here tonight, he did send a short video. Like Coach Hillerman said, Mike Arbuckle retired from the Royals in October. He graduated from Trenton High School and Trenton Junior College, and so we have seen him back in Trenton and on campus quite often as a winter warm-up speaker. He's helped with a lot of coaches' clinics and loves to give back to North Central Missouri College and to the Trenton community. He's also a member of Athletic Hall of Fame. He was inducted in 2005, and Mike is also a member of the 2009 Distinguished Alumni Class. After Mike's video message to you Pirates, there'll be some friends of Mike who also wanted to share with his retirement and wish him congratulations. You will see a message, and I'm not for sure the order that you'll see them, but there's Joe Schloneker, Phil Hoffman, Linda Crooks, and Jamie Coyman all sending videos for Mike, and so those will be right after this message. And I believe we're ready to play Mike's message, please.
Good evening, everyone. Sorry we can't be there with you. We had looked forward to being there, but unfortunately, we're spending some time in quarantine. Hope everyone's having a great evening. It's a great time of year. You know, we're literally right around the corner from the start of the season. I know all you players are definitely getting prepared and ready to go. I would caution and encourage you guys to make sure that as you prepare, you do it not only physically, but you're also preparing mentally. Every swing that you take in the cages, there should be a purpose. There should be a plan as to what you're trying to accomplish. Pitchers, every throw that you make to a catcher, from the time that catcher is in the squatted position, you should be throwing the ball to a specific target. Success comes from the ability to execute the fundamentals properly, and the only way you develop that is through mental and physical focus and practice on those specific skills. So I would encourage you over the next 10 days, 2 weeks leading up to your season, that you really start to lock in mentally, because now it's going beyond just the mechanics of things into the fact that you're going to be competing, and you need to be mentally prepared to do that. I wish everybody the best of luck, and we'll be around to see you before too long. Everybody take care and have a wonderful evening.
Mike and I played American Legion ball many, many years ago. He was the star of the team, and I just played. Mike pitched, and then on days when he wasn't pitching, he'd move over to first base because he was left-handed and also the best hitter on the team. His wife, Martha, and Mike dated all the way through high school and got married right after high school. The interesting part of that story is they got married, I believe, on a Friday, and the next day on Saturday, Mike showed up to pitch the game. Not many gals would go along with that kind of a situation, but Martha's always been 100% supportive of Mike, and they've loved each other for obviously a long time. Thanks for all you do, Mike and Martha, for Trenton and NCMC.
Hi, Mike and Martha. This is Jamie Osmus Hoyman, and the Osmus family would just like to say congratulations. If my dad was here, he'd have a ton of stories, Mike, but I do know that he was extremely proud of you. He always said that wins and losses wasn't all that coaches did, that they had to build character and integrity in their players for the future. And Mike, every time your name came up, he was so proud of you, not only because you did something you loved, in a sport that you loved, but more importantly because of you, the person that you became. So I just want to wish you both a wonderful retirement and enjoy every second.
Hey Mike, Joe Sloniker here. I wanted to give you a few thoughts and sentiments about the time that we all played youth ball together. These comments are from your buddies that played ball with you when we were younger. You know, Mike, you were an excellent baseball player and a very good basketball player, but we all knew your love was baseball. That was your passion. And Mike, I think it's very rare that someone can turn a career from a sport he played in youth. And so all of us in Trenton, we've all been on the sidelines watching your career blossom, and you had a very successful career in baseball. 40 years of traveling around being a baseball scout, first with Atlanta, then the Phillies, and then in Kansas City. You know, I'm sure you've been all over the country and probably Central America too, scouting baseball talent. And so it's been fun to watch your career develop, and we've been so proud of you. You've been humble. You've never forgotten where you came from. You've done it with class and integrity, and that makes it even better. And you've been very generous coming back to Trenton a lot and providing inspiration and guidance to a lot of these younger baseball players. So, having said this, we all want to wish Martha and you good health and enjoy your retirement.
Mike, there's nothing better than childhood friends. And we've been friends for over 50 years. I'm so very proud of you. I'm proud of the Royals. I'm proud of what you did with them. I'm proud of what you've done for Trenton and for our community and the baseball players. And you're such a nice guy, and so kind and considerate, and wish you the best. Congratulations. Thank you.
That was fantastic. I'm glad to do that. I've been involved in athletics for a long time, and the thing that always comes back is the people you meet. A lot more important than the wins and the losses. You guys are 20 years old, won't believe that, but it's really true. You see those old guys like him and me and Coach Elderman, we're all old people, but it really is, it's all about the folks that are involved. And so I hope you take your teammates to heart and realize what you have when you get a chance to participate in baseball. I'm going to make a blatant commercial here for Pirates Digital Media and tell you that Jason Orr is working upstairs. Lindsey Batson's on that camera. Those two, along with AC Marion last night and several others, had our first ever all-students broadcast. I was bored. I just stood around and watched, and that was kind of nice. But they're very good. The three of them are very good. I've got lots of stories about AC. See me or text me, email me. I'd be happy to share. But it's time to eat, right, Coach? And before we do that, Yasser Ramdan is going to come up and start it off with an invocation.
an honor for me to be in this position, and let's pray. Dear God, thank you for blessing us with this meal. We don't ask for success, but we ask for health and safety through these trying times. Bless the people who have prepared this meal, and bless those in the health field. We give thanks to those who have shown generosity through this program to support our donations. Amen.
Thank you, Yasser. All right, so here's how the eating plan goes. The adults at the front are going to go first, and then we're just kind of tables from close to the podium to the back go. So if these two tables would like to go first, that's what Coach Hillerman would like. And then we'll start with like that table and across. You guys join as soon as the older people get through. Right? Oh, right. And we're also at the same time, you guys created the video, we edited it, but introduction of the players. I think it goes by alphabetical order, and so we're going to be playing it on the board, and for people watching at home, we'll also be playing it on our live stream. So enjoy it. We'll see you in about 35 minutes as we continue our program at that point.
My name is Noah Bedenhausen. I'm from Savannah, Missouri, and I'm a freshman. Savannah's quite a bit like this, except for the fact that Savannah has St. Joe right next to it, and so there's a lot more stuff to do just 5 to 10 minutes away. You know, I've played baseball since I was like 3 years old, and so I'd say I have some experience in different positions. My junior year in high school, we went to state. We got third in state because we played some stacked private schools. My most influential person in my life is probably my dad. I mean, he's kind of been a role model for me. He just teaches me to be a good person, and I mean, he was my high school baseball coach, and so he's kind of worked with me my whole life to kind of build up my baseball skills. Well, I hope to come out of here and go to a 4-year school, but I mean, I just want to have a good time, I guess. Well, I'm going to school to be an accountant, and so I'd like to work with some accounting stuff.
My name is Jackson Bunker. I'm from Lee Summit, Missouri, and I'm a COVID freshman. I play second base. The key thing to being a second baseman, or being an outstanding second baseman, is the ability to slow the game down. And to do that, you got to put in a lot of work, and a lot of time, working hands, working glove work. There's crucial situations in games where somebody may not know the outs, somebody may not know what bunt coverage we got on, and that could cost us a win on the year. So I think COVID will affect our season tremendously this year, due to the fact that there's a lot of people that are transferring from school to school. There's a lot of D1 bounce backs that are going to JUCOs. So the teams that we are going to play this year, we should expect to be, we should expect them to be higher level team. So you got to be prepared yourself, and that starts with off-season workouts and also playing for each other. I feel like we got a pretty good chemistry going, so I don't think we'll have too much trouble there. The coach that's most influenced me would be my summer coach growing up. His name's Dave Silvestri. He's a really good coach. He's an infielder like myself, so he mentored me a lot. When baseball's all over, I plan to go to nursing school.
I'm Braden Brewer. I'm from Overland Park, Kansas, and I'm a COVID sophomore. My expectation for this year is to get through the season, get above 500 record, and just try to make it to the tournament. I enjoy baseball because of my teammates and the hard work. My teammates create a good bond with them, and then just putting in all the hard work. After North Central, I'm going to SIUE to play baseball and continue my academic career. When I get to Southern Illinois, I expect to come in and just help out the team as much as I can. Not having to worry so much about having to worry about scouts coming and watching me and worrying about where I'm going next, but just staying on top of things and trying to better myself for next year. I would tell people to make sure you work hard. That's definitely the key. Keep your grades up. Grades are important. I chose to go the junior college route because I was small coming out of high school, and I figured that junior college would be the best route.
My name is Arturo Brito. I'm from Venezuela. I'm a freshman. How did I come to North Central? Well, it was through a friend meet the coach, so he put me in contact, and I'm here. So this is a dream for me, playing in the U.S. and a student, get my degree. My favorite baseball player is Jose Altuve, of course, and he's from the same town that I'm from. He's really fun. He's a normal guy. So my most important person in my life, my mother, of course, for sure. My mother is always supporting me, and I'm grateful to have her and be my mom. Mami, si estás viendo esto, te amo y gracias a ti estoy aquí y bendiciones a la niña y a la familia. Los quiero. I would like to get my bachelor in physical trainer.
Yeah, my name is Colin Craig. I'm from Grove, Oklahoma, and I'm a freshman here at MCMC. I'd say they're mostly the same. Oklahoma and Missouri are. After hoping to be an engineer or something to do with math. I like math and science. My primary focus on the mound is to throw strikes and get outs, whether it's strike out, ground out, fly out. If I'm ahead in the count, not to give up a pitch for the hitter, just make him keep working and thinking. My sophomore year in high school, we made state for the first time in 20 years or so, and we got eliminated first round, but we came together as a group and we had a great season, and we were so close to pulling it off. I was at a St. Louis Cardinals game actually, and I thought it was kind of funny when, you guys know, the cat that ran on the field a couple years ago. I thought that was, when I was there at the game, I thought that was funny and surprising at the same time. Sometimes I have superstition, but it's not like a big thing for me. I try not to worry about that.
I'm Gary Culp. I'm from Hammond, Missouri, and I'm a freshman. I didn't plan on going to college, but then my mom was like, you gotta get a job or go to school, so I was like, I'm just gonna go. What am I looking forward most about this season is just building a bond with everybody and just having fun doing something I love. What do I do for fun? Me and my buddies have a YouTube channel that we make videos for. Something that people don't know about me is loyalty. I'll always be loyal to anyone. Favorite food, probably pizza. Favorite color, blue. Favorite vehicle to drive, like my dream car is probably a Tesla, so you don't have to drive it, but I've always wanted a Lambo.
I'm Seth Dangenbring from Green Valley, Missouri, and I'm a freshman. What positions do I play? I'm kind of a utility, mainly a middle infielder, and I pitch a little bit. High school baseball, probably winning the district championship our junior year. Why do baseball guys spit so much? They either got a mouthful of seeds or a mouthful of gum. Music in my head when I'm playing. Probably whatever is playing in warm-ups. It kind of sticks in my head. And then when the next song pops up, that one sticks in my head. And this kind of goes on from there. Oh, sayings about baseball. My dad actually had this one on the back of our practice jerseys when we were little, and it said, "It's just a game." My dad works in the union, and my mom works at a dental office. When I grow up, I want to coach high school football. After North Central, I'm going to look forward to continuing my baseball career and my academic career at a 4-year, and eventually getting the job that I want.
My name is Kevin Franco. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and I'm a sophomore at North Central, Missouri. My strengths as a player are, I'd probably say, velocity and movement. Mentally, as a player, I feel like I'm competitive as it gets, because it's always been drilled like that into me, since I was little, competing in basketball or other sports. I've always been like that. As a pitcher, I don't really miss hitting because I see how hard these guys throw. I know I can't go up there and hit 90 with these sliders, throwing sliders, change. I know I can't hit that now. For fun, I like to go swimming, obviously play basketball, and play dominoes. The similarities, I'll say, from baseball and dominoes is that in both you don't really play by yourself. you have another partner there with you. So if the chemistry is not there, then you probably won't succeed in whatever I'm doing, either baseball or dominoes. Oh, somebody I never met that I'll probably have dinner with, that I want to have dinner with, is probably Floyd Mayweather. I always looked up to him since I was little. Somebody who could talk and back it up. After sports, I would probably want to get into EMS, like towards the health department, and probably become a firefighter.
My name is Quest Fraking. I'm from Fayette, Missouri, and I'm a freshman. I am a catcher and third baseman. I would much rather play catcher over third base. I don't really think a lot whenever I'm in the plate, just keep an eye on the ball and make sure that I get the job done. So in between pitches, I'm always running situations in my head, making sure that I know what's coming next. When people say baseball is slow, I'd agree with them if I am watching it, but if I'm playing it, I disagree. The most challenging thing in baseball is always failing and having to turn around and try and keep being successful. In my spare time, I like to work out, work on schoolwork, hang out with friends, just have fun. My favorite vacation spot would probably be either in Gulf Shores or Colorado in the mountains. If I got to pick anybody to come with me on vacation, it'd either be my family or my friends. Yeah, I will keep the beard for the season, but I don't like to grow it out too much.
Dustin Gibson, and I'm from Harrisburg, Missouri, and I'm a freshman here at NCMC. Harrisburg, Missouri is like a really small town, like maybe 300 people, very small. I always want to like go down south, of course, Florida, deal with like fish and stuff. While I'm interested in like saltwater fishing and stuff like that, because like when I was little I went to like Galveston and like Key West and stuff like that, and like fish there and caught like tuna and stuff, some wild fish, you know. The best type of fish to be in baseball is probably a trout, for sure, because of Mike Trout. That's right. My most influential person in my life is probably like my mom and dad. Both of them have pushed hard to like get me where I am today, you know. Spent a lot of money on competitive baseball, you know.
My name is Albert Gonzalez. I'm from the Bronx, New York City, and I'm a sophomore. What brought me here was like the baseball program and how everything is just like, there's nothing to do, so I have more time to focus in baseball and school at the same time. I never heard of Trenton before. This was like a first time for me. First time me seeing the countryside of the United States. First time of me living in a place that has a population of like 7,000 people. A huge culture shock. I'm used to being around buildings from like, you know, not so much open space and so much like cornfields. I don't really mind like people knowing about me much, but I like them to know that I'm a cool person, and like if I like you as a person, then I'll be even more cooler with you.
My name is Jay Greco. I'm from Blue Spring, Missouri. I'm a freshman pitcher. I think the biggest difference is like here it's like faster and they're not gonna baby you as much. I mean, I'm not saying they baby me in high school, but here it's just like you do your thing, you do your job. I'd say the biggest difference in a classroom is that the same thing. Basically, you're just not babied as much. It's just like if you like, they're gonna give you the information you need, but it's up to you to like implement it and do it. I just want baseball to take me as far as I can go. So if I can go to the league, if I can go play professional overseas, anything. I think attitude and effort is like the only two things you can like really control in a baseball game. Because like you can't control if someone makes an error, you can't control all that stuff. You guys gotta control your attitude and effort, and everything will be fine. My competitive nature probably has given me problems, like not like off the field with like just like games with my friends and stuff like that. Yeah. If someone's playing a movie about my life, I'd say Adam Sandler. Influential person in my life, probably my mom, just because she's like overcame 2 brain surgeries and she's been through a lot, so yeah.
I'm Sterling Jackson and I'm from Houston, Missouri. I'm a freshman. I'm a pitcher, and you might see me at first base a little bit, probably more in a DH position. My first thought that goes through my mind when I come in from the pen is, they ain't got a chance. The thing in my head when I get in the batter's box is, I just try to be relaxed and put the bat on the ball. I have a thing where I try to never strike out. I always try to give myself a chance to get on base, and if you don't hit the ball, you don't have a chance to do anything good for your team. The song that's in my head is is probably a Heaven's Trail by Tesla or Copperhead Road, one or the other. My proudest moment in athletics is probably when I hit a grand slam and won the district championship in high school. Baseball's a game, and if you're not having fun at it, then you probably shouldn't be playing. So what do people need to know about me that they don't know about me? I'm a Southerner. I tell it how it is, and I don't sugarcoat it. And that's just how I am. That's the bottom line.
My name is Nathaniel Lai. I'm from Bullenstat, Curacao, and I'm a COVID sophomore. Do I get nervous before a game? Not really, because I've been playing baseball my whole life, so I take just every game one at a time. Why did I decide to come to the United States to play baseball? It's because our head coach, Donnie Hillerman, goes to Curacao and recruits players, and he liked me, so I came along. Is it that tough to go far away from home to play? Not really, because when I was little, we always have the national team of Curacao, so I always went to Puerto Rico or St. Martin to play, so it's been normal to just go out and play baseball. As a player, I think my strength would be my athleticism. What MLB players would I like to be like? I would say the people from back home, because they're where I'm from, so if they could make it, I think I could make it as well. I'm a business major, and in the future I would like to own my own business. I think what I would be doing would be baseball related.
My name is Caden Lewis. My hometown is Columbia, Missouri, and I'm a junior. I play first base, anywhere in the outfield, and I'm starting to pitch now. My rehab for my injury, it was long, it was annoying. I like to hang out with my family. We always have some fun stuff to do. My dad loves barbecuing, and we love his barbecue. I haven't mastered my dad's cooking yet, but I do make good burgers on my own. Whenever I see my parents smile, that makes me happy. Of course, I want to be able to say that I learned something, that I'm stronger than I was than when I previously came to college. But mainly, I just want to enjoy it. I want my college baseball experience to be enjoyment.
I'm Kobe Linder. I'm a sophomore pitcher, and I'm from Greencastle, Missouri. I would say my strength as a pitcher is I throw a lot of strikes. I get up on the mound, and I just pound the strike zone low and away, low and inside. Most of the time, I like to follow the catcher's sign. You know, I trust Tanner. He's a good catcher. We have a lot of good catchers, whoever's catching me. But every once in a while, if I don't feel comfortable throwing a certain pitch, I'll shake him off. I'd say the toughest part about being a PO or pitcher only would just be the conditioning. You know, after every time we pitch, we have to do a 20-minute run, and it can be long sometimes. I would say as a student, I'm pretty good. I've had 4.0 every semester, so I'm getting an AA transfer degree here, and wherever I go next, I'd like to get into sports management. I'd say the most influential person in my life would be my dad. You know, he always coached me when I was younger, and he has a big part in where I am right now playing baseball. Best music to listen to before I pitch for me is country, but not like country here on the radio. I like red dirt country, you know, Cody Johnson, those kind of Co-Wetzel. Oh, I definitely miss hitting. It's a lot of fun to go up there and hit, but, you know, pitching, I love pitching, so I miss it every once in a while. The ideal way to end my career here is with a dog pile in the field in Oklahoma, winning the World Series.
My name is Noah Medina, and I'm from the Bronx, New York, and I'm a freshman. Does the question of coming from the Bronx bother me? Not really, because I was expecting it coming into the school. Does the media portray the Bronx accurately? I think most of it, like where hip hop started and stuff like that, I think most of it is very accurate. But there's obviously like some things in the media that like over like hype it and stuff like that. I'm used to buildings and the city and lights and stuff like that. Here, when it's like 4, it is pitch black. You can't see nothing. The most influential person is probably my mother. My mom, she literally does everything in my household. She from cleaning, from mopping, from putting food on the table, working. She pretty much does everything. So she's a big inspiration for me.
I'm AC Marion from Neosho, Missouri, and I'm a Kobe freshman. The most fun part of baseball is just kind of the everyday grind part of it. I mean, it's always when weather or even practices, just going out there and hustling every day. The COVID situation's actually been pretty tough. I've been quarantined like 3 or 4 times, like getting kicked out of dorms and stuff like that. Just, it's kind of just a mental and physical struggle. My strength on the baseball field is, like even growing up, I was always like the smaller guy, so I had to try to outwork and hustle more to be able to outperform other people. My most influential baseball player growing up was always King Griffey Jr. I like him. He batted lefty and like just had the smoothest swing and just like was always relaxed and just looked good out there. So that's kind of who I wanted to idolize. In my spare time, I like to make music. You want to check me out? It's 417 Ace. You won't regret it. What would my teammates say about me? First off, I think I'm pretty goofy. I think I'm easy to get along with, and but when I need to, I can be serious. My favorite food would be Thai food. I love pad Thai. What I'm gonna do in my future, like outside of baseball and everything, like it's kind of like a toss-up. Like I have like all these different things I'm interested in, but I'm like not 100%.
And my name is Dylan Niemeyer. I'm a sophomore, and I'm from Bowling Green, Missouri. My strength as a pitcher would be I'm a strike thrower. To be competitive, you have to throw strikes. You can't sit there and just walk batters over and over and expect to be competitive in this game. A walk-in song would be Ain't No Rest for the Wicked by Cage the Elephant. Right now I'm just getting my AA transfer degree. When I'm done with baseball, I'd like to just go into management. Just thinking about going into marketing. The most important thing for marketing, in my opinion, would be establishing your brand. The hardest part is managing time between both, pretty much. So you gotta have long practices, and then you gotta then go into doing your homework. Perfect day is be waking up, going to the ball field, and just having a great day out there, pitching a full game.
My name is Genesis Nunez. I'm from Queens, New York, and I'm a COVID sophomore. What did I decide to come to Trenton? And it's because the competition is tougher than in New York, so that's really the reason why. The most demanding thing as a shortstop is, I guess, getting plays down in the hole. Oh, you got to know a lot of stuff to play short. So you got to know about the counts, the hitters, see if he's a pull side, the things that he has done before, and you got to remember those stuff and try to work with him. I'm a Red Sox fan from New York. The reason why I'm a Red Sox fan is because when I was little, I grew up watching Manny Ramirez, and he was my favorite player, so I had to go in. The person that I most admire in my life is my father. He's like my guide. I always try to follow the things he does. He taught me to respect everybody. And
I'm Braxton Pennington. I'm from Grove, Oklahoma, and I'm a COVID sophomore. Grove's a pretty good place on the lake, small town. That's where I want to stay probably the rest of my life and get a good job there. So, Coach Hillerman knew me out of high school, and I decided to transfer here at semester. Got a little power in my swing, and then I'm I think a pretty solid closing pitcher. Seeing my dad probably coach my last high school game was a pretty cool thing. Yes, on a team, I like to be a leader, take kind of control and make sure everything gets done and make sure we're winning ball games. So, last year after COVID, we got pretty close to win a lot of games and got over that 500 mark, which we were looking forward to, and kind of got hit with that ending season, so kind of ruined it for us right there. I learned, as far as life with baseball, there's a lot of adversity, I've been through a lot of trials and errors, and, I'm still kind of grinding, still hustling it as a JUCO bandit, so just got to keep going and pushing on. Definitely something that I hope they do know about me is that I'm a strong Christian. I push my beliefs as far as I can and try to help other people know about Jesus.
My name is Gaddis Felipe. I'm from Curacao. Now it's my sophomore year in North Central Missouri. Yeah, people notice my height all the time. Every time I go somewhere, they ask me for my height. Usually when you tall, you're slower than the small kids. So you have to work harder so you can be more quickly and stuff. I can speak more than one language. Papiamento, English, Dutch, and a little bit of Spanish. Still, as a student, I can think differently from other people. Probably will go in sport management and emphasis on in facility management. I think I will stay in the States. If I don't go to the league, I will stay to get a job or do something else. The one thing I like more about Toronto is like the people, like they're friendly. The weather, sometimes like I like the cold, but like I like to be in both, so I'm hot and cold.
My name is Kel Polson. I'm from Fayette, Missouri, and I'm a freshman. What do I do with a business degree? I'd hopefully start my own business. My stepdad has an appliance business in Fayette. I want to go back and maybe help run that too. Most important thing about being in business, I'd say probably staying hungry for money. If you aren't in your, it's probably not going to work. Most important thing in baseball is probably your mentality. You gotta stay positive and not think about the negatives all the time. On the mound, my primary thought is just keep pounding the strike zone, help my team out. What do I learn in life through baseball? Just when life gets you down, you know, you always gotta keep up, gotta stand back up again and keep going.
My name is Avery Rivero. I'm from Lee Summit, Missouri, and I am a sophomore. I tore my UCL partially my junior year of high school, and I've been pitching on a partially torn UCL for about 2 years now. Got the surgery, and I have 12 months until I am 100% back. Good stuff coaches would say about me is, hopefully, I'm a hard worker. With having Tommy John and stuff like that, I've really put in a lot of work, and I've fallen behind a lot. Things teachers probably would say about me is just I'm a hard worker. It goes student athlete first, so it's always school first. I'm actually throwing right now. I'm at 150 feet right now. This whole process with the whole Tommy John thing is talking about life. There's going to be a lot of setbacks and a lot of things you don't want to hear, like you're not where you need to be with the rehab and stuff like that. Oh, the silver lining of all this thing, like to come back throwing harder, stronger, be better. I want to come back a completely different pitcher. I want to be at the next level. So my plan is to go for after school is going to sports marketing. So just like billboards and things like that.
My name is Yas Rondon. I'm from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, and I went to high school there. Well, I met Pedro Martinez. I met him before, but I got to spend some time with him during the winter because my dad, as a lawyer, worked with him and his family, and we got a type of contact. His wife also worked in the same little league that I played when I was 7, 8 years old. So I went to his house and he gave me some pitching tips and all this stuff. As we were playing here, we all want to go to the big leagues and try to be that successful, and just have the opportunity to spend some time with someone like that is just incredible. I will say I have a lot of different pitches, and that makes me kind of difficult to do it. My best moment will be when I was 9 years old. I went to Omaha, Nebraska, and we played a tournament there. I'm doing the transfer degree right now, but then I want to go and move on a D1 level and get a finances or economics major. For me, my most influential person will be my dad and my mom. Baseball teaches me pretty much everything about life. I have made a lot of friends from different countries and different cities. Baseball teaches me about that I gotta be a hard worker, have dedication, never quit, keep trying, and just find a way to have a solution to your problems.
Hi, I'm Reese Rolfus. I'm a freshman here at North Central. I'm from St. Louis. I came here to Trent because I thought it was a good school for me to go to. I got A+, so I wanted to go to community college in general. When I'm done at North Central, I don't know where I want to end up. I know I want to become a police officer. The thing I find most attractive about being a police officer is making the neighborhood better that I grew up in. The position I play is a PO. PO is pitcher only, so I only pitch, no other positions. It is different for me in high school because I always started at third base all through my high school. When I'm on the mound, the thing I most think about is not letting up a home run. Sometimes I get distracted by all the fans and a lot of pressure. But my hobbies outside of baseball is hunting and fishing and hanging out with friends. The person most influential in my life is my dad. He's the one who's been pushing me since I was little.
My name's Tanner Schmidt. I'm from St. Joe, Missouri, and I went to Benton High School. Got Tommy John surgery right there, and then, I flipped my car a few months ago. My rehab process, I just got Tommy John about 4 weeks ago. My arm has been bothering me for, as long as I can remember. What makes it worthwhile is that there's no better feeling than being on the mound. I won
the game to get into the district championship with 14 strikeouts against Maryville. Against Chillicothe, I set the strikeout record at their stadium with 16. Oh, my dad is probably the most influential. He went to the Junior College World Series twice, and he moved on to Missouri Western and played baseball there. And in the future, if they're watching me pitch, I'd like for them to know that, you know, I've been through a lot. That I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to quit, you know. I'm not going to back down from, you know, breaking both arms, basically. And, you know, just that I'm a fighter deep down inside, and I'm never going to stop that.
My name's Tanner Sears. I'm from Higginsville, Missouri, and I am a COVID freshman. I'm a catcher. I'm definitely not going to shape before the season. As a player, I would think that my strength would be probably defensively over offense, more of the throwing side of things. How difficult physically it is to be a catcher? Well, my knees always hurt. That's no fun. Proudest moment in athletics was probably my junior year of high school when we went to state for football. Well, it was the second time that we had ever been to state as a school for football sort of thing, and it was a lot of fun, and pretty much the whole town of Higginsville was there. Carryover between football and baseball, there's not a whole lot, but the throwing side of things helps. Biggest influence in my life is definitely my parents. They do a lot for me, and my dad has coached me since I've been really little, and so I've been blessed to have him by my side.
My name is Zane Smith. I'm from Maysville, Missouri, and I'm a sophomore pitcher. So I'm not a big velo guy, so I just focus on hitting spots, hitting ground balls. Most influential coach? It's definitely my high school coaches, my high school baseball coaches. They would teach you how to do something, and they would compliment you when you did it right. They weren't always dogging on you, or they wouldn't build you up the whole time. They were capable of tearing you down and building you up when you did it well. So I'm getting my associate in science, and then I'm going to study geological engineering. Cat versus dog, I'm definitely taking the dog just because they are man's best friend, 100%. Fishing versus hunting, I'm more of a hunter. I love the thrill, and I like being patient. Like, you can't just fishing, you know, you're on the water moving a lot. Hunting, you're sitting there and waiting for something to come to you. Smooth peanut butter or crunchy peanut butter? I'm definitely a smooth guy. Yeah, that's all there is to it. City or mountain? I'd say I'm definitely more of a mountain guy. I'm from rural Missouri, so the city doesn't really interest me. I love running. I love long distance running. I like the pain. I like it when my legs are burning. I like it when my lungs are burning. I think it's just a good feeling, and I like feeling in shape.
I'm Ben Swift. I'm from St. Louis, and I'm a freshman. As an outfielder, probably the most important thing is just don't let the ball get by you. As a hitter, my strength is probably just making contact, getting on base. My highlight of my baseball career would probably be my junior year. We went to state, and I had an AB and got a base hit. What I expect out of my college career is kind of just develop me, make me better as an athlete, and also just give me the degree, improve my academics. I'm going to be a criminal justice major. I want to be an FBI agent, and I like helping people and serving others, and you know, I feel like the best way to do that for me would be through law enforcement. Baseball and the FBI, both of them are a grind. Both of them, you got to make a lot of sacrifices. You're going to be put in situations you're probably not going to be comfortable in, and you just got to, you know, keep calm and, you know, keep your cool and do the best you can. My idol in life is Jesus. What's more important to me? Nice car, nice house, nice house. Beautiful wife or great dog, beautiful wife. Lots of money or lots of peace of mind, lots of peace of mind. Swimming in a swimming pool or swimming in a lake, swimming in a lake.
My name is Mason Tharp, and I'm a freshman from Hannibal. Biggest adjustment from high school to college, the intensity, I would say. Longer practices, harder practices, just everything in general. It's a lot different game. I hunt a lot, fish a lot, ride four-wheeler. I like being outside more and inside better. I like the outdoors. I just always enjoyed being outside. Best hunting or fishing story? I could probably sit here all day and tell you hunting and fishing stories, but there was one time last summer where we had a boat motor fall apart on the river. Do people in Hannibal know a lot about Mark Twain? Pretty much anyone that lives there knows his name. His book, Tom Sawyer, was my favorite thing. and I actually was a Tom Sawyer when I was younger. Do I get nervous before games? Yeah, I have, but not always. It just depends on the game.
Hi, my name is Carson Weeb. I'm from Jefferson City, Missouri. I'm a freshman here at NCMC. The biggest transition for me going from high school to college baseball was probably definitely the amount of conditioning that we have around here. The practices are a little bit more intense. When I'm up on the mound, my number one objective is just throwing strikes. I think one thing a lot of people don't know is that my middle name is Hemi. It's after the Dodge motor. Overall, my college experience is pretty good. I actually do like the schooling here a lot better than what it was like in high school. After college, I mean, obviously the dream would be Major League Baseball, but either I want to become either a physical therapist or a chiropractor. If I had to pick between hamburgers and hot dogs, I would definitely pick hamburgers. I think I'm more of a dog person. Ooh, between chocolate and vanilla, I'll have to go chocolate. Most influential person in my life, probably, I couldn't pick one. It would have to be my dad and my grandpa. They both worked with me a lot with baseball and pushed me in a good way, really had me work my hardest.
My name is Jordan Arnault, and I'm from Willemstad, Curacao, and I'm a COVID sophomore. Curacao is a small island right off the coast of Venezuela in the Caribbean, right in between Aruba and Bonaire, which those three islands form the ABC Islands. When COVID hit and we got sent home, I had to go back to the island where I'm from and had to quarantine there for a couple of weeks, but when we got the chance, we went to the gym, put some work in, went to the field, and put some work in with some of the pro players from there. One of the pro players that I worked out with was Jonathan Scope, because he grew up in the same baseball team organization that I grew up in. One thing that we do not take for granted in being here in the States is the opportunity that we get. This baseball season is really important to me, and also I think some of my other teammates that are also a COVID sophomore, because we're looking to play at a 4-year college, and because of COVID, most of those 4-year universities are packed with players that are also trying to get in.
Okay, if I can have your attention, we got to hear from all of our players, our current players, and hopefully everyone enjoyed that. I'd like to, I mentioned earlier that the theme on this dinner is always kind of looking back at the past, looking forward to the future, and recognizing our current players. Some of our alumni that we have here in person tonight include Steve Perry. Steve has been like a huge supporter to us ever since I've been here. He's made all of our dinners, I think. He's always a big contributor with our raffles. Big fan of baseball. Loves Trenton, loves NCMC, and supports the athletics. And we really appreciate Steve supporting us and being at our events, and just can't say enough how much we appreciate him. We also have Chris Fletcher here, who will be our keynote speaker tonight. Chris played here. It's been about 10 years ago since he was a player here. You'll hear from him shortly. We have Coach Tyler Hudlow here, who has been with our program, who's a player, and came back and has coached now. Is it 7 years? 6 years. 6 years with us. So excited to have to recognize him tonight. Additionally, we have alumni who sent videos. We had some videos sent earlier from Chris Hoffman, who's an alumni, baseball alumni. We have we saw Mike, who's a baseball alumni, Mike Arbuckle. We also have some other baseball alumni who are going to join us virtually, and we'll go ahead and play a clip of those alumni at this time.
Hey Pirate athletes, this is Adam Dubuque, class of 2009. I wanted to wish each and every one of you a good luck on your upcoming season this year.
Okay, 2021 Pirates season's coming up. Good luck this year. Go get that Region 16 title. Let's go.
I just want to wish the best of luck to the NCMC Athletics as they begin their 2021 spring season. Go Pirates.
I just wanted to wish the NCMC Pirates a good luck this season in the 2020-2021 season.
Hello guys, my name is Savion Langwood, NCMC Baseball 2014 to 2016. I want to wish you guys good luck on this upcoming season and go Pirates.
What's up Pirates? This is Derek Tessie, former baseball player. Just wanted to wish you guys the best of luck on your 2021 season. Go get them.
Yeah, this is Doug Sellers, North Central Missouri College baseball Pirate alumni, 92-94. Just wishing Coach Hillerman, the assistant coaches, and all the team just a safe and healthy season. Good luck, guys. Go get them.
Good luck to all 2021 Pirate student athletes. Stay safe, keep up the hard work, and go Pirates.
Hey Pirates, this is Roberto Rondon. I'm here in the Dominican Republic. I play for North Central Missouri College. From 2013 to 2015, I wish you guys good luck on this coming season. Play hard, have some fun, and go Pirates. Hey Pirates, it's Simon Bohannon here, class 2013. I just want to tell you guys good luck this year, and I'll definitely be watching. Go get them.
Hey guys, my name is Trey Barker, class of 2013. I just want to wish you guys good luck for this 2021 season, and always remember to play hard.
Former Pirates, current Pirates. Good luck this season. Go Pirates.
Hey guys, I just want to take a minute to wish each and every one of you the best luck on your upcoming season. Have fun, play hard, and don't take a minute of it for granted because it'll be done before you know it.
Hi, my name is Drew Bunch, a former NCMC student athlete, and I'd like to wish all the student athletes a great upcoming season. Go Pirates.
To all the Pirate athletes that get to go out and compete this spring, good luck and go get them.
Hey, wishing a good luck to all the Pirate athletes this season. You guys be safe. I know it's going to be a tough one with COVID. Just be smart and do your best.
Hello, this is Logan Eichhoff. I just want to say good luck to all the student athletes at NCMC. I hope you have a great year.
Just want to take a second to wish the Pirates baseball team a good season. You guys keep up the good work on and off the field. You'll have success. Good luck, guys.
Hey, just wanted to wish all the NCMC athletes good luck and an injury-free season.
Hey Pirates, this is Trey Brownell. Just want to wish you guys good luck on your upcoming seasons. Once a Pirate, always a Pirate.
Hello guys, this is Faron and Kendrick. We are NCMC Pirates alumni, and we would like to wish you guys good luck this season. Go Pirates!
Hey, what's up, Pirates? It's been a hard year for everybody, but your hard work's going to pay off. Good luck this season, and go Pirates.
How awesome that is, just for me especially watching it, because I know all those kids and it means so much to me. Some of them aren't very much kids anymore, are they? So that was pretty awesome. I appreciate everybody who helped put that together, and I know we've got, I think, some more coming later on. At this point in time, we're going to look to the future a little bit, and I'm going to ask Coach Senfield to come up and introduce and talk a little about some of our new signees or new commits.
All right, guys, so when I introduce you, stand up so everybody knows who you are. Tanner Bradshaw. Tanner is a catcher from Clever, Missouri. Bryce Gibbler. Bryce is a catcher from Trenton, Missouri. Alec Johnson, outfielder from Nixa, Missouri. Evan Johnston, outfielder, left-handed pitcher from Nixa, Missouri. Elijah Navarada, outfielder from Nevada, Missouri. Blake Pryor. Blake is a catcher, right-handed pitcher from Nevada, Missouri. Kendall Rivera. Kendall is a catcher from Lee Summit, Missouri. Lane Rutherford. Lane is a shortstop, right-handed pitcher from Grove, Oklahoma. Trenton Tree. Trenton is an outfielder, right-handed pitcher from Blue Springs, Missouri. I want to thank those guys for coming up today. They took part in the workout with our current players. It was nice to see you get to mingle with our guys, get to know some guys who will be your teammates next year. Also show us again what you have to offer as players. Unable to attend or commit, Alex Castleman, who's an infielder from Houston, Missouri. Nathan Fine is a right-handed pitcher from Lathrop, Missouri. Hunter Eichhoff. Hunter is an infielder, right-handed pitcher from Omaha, Nebraska. Karsten Holmes, who is a right-handed pitcher from Blue Springs, Missouri. Josuel Santos, he's a middle infielder, outfielder from Brooklyn, New York. Kenny Scottborn, who is a catcher from Brooklyn, New York as well. And Simon Stover, a corner infielder, right-handed pitcher from Omaha, Nebraska. A total of 16 recruits. Recruiting has gone really well this year. We're excited about the players who are incoming, and on top of being excited for this coming season. I'll turn it back over to Coach Hillary.
Okay, thank you, Coach. Yeah, like you said, I'm really excited about the group we have coming in, and looking at our current group and we're seeing their videos and everything. As you guys can tell, we have a pretty eclectic group, a fun group, some interesting characters in that group we have, and I think one of the things I'm most proud about our group is how well we take New York City and small Midwest and cities in the Midwest and places in the Caribbean and all over the globe, and all over the map, and we meld it together. And I think the guys do a really good job of coming together and forming a team. So very proud of them for that. Before I talk more about our outlook for our season, I want to say a few more thank yous. We saw the dairy renderings, or the building renderings of the indoor facility that we have coming up, and we had several staff members who played a big role in that. Alicia, who presented that tonight. Administratively, Tyson Otto's been really important in that role, helping us pull that opportunity together. Randy Young has played a huge role. Coach Suttonfield's really worked hard and done a lot of things to pull together drawings and so forth, and help us get our presentations together. And so we're really excited about that. And just appreciate our administration for the support. Dr. Klaver on down, and Chris Hoffman, one that we saw tonight, the videos. He was, as a board member, has been involved with this process and been very important in the process. So we appreciate all those folks. And that building is going to mean a heck of a lot to us. It's going to change how we can practice indoors, which is huge. It's going to be a recruiting tool for us. So camps and things like that, I see expanding, especially during the fall and winter and so forth. So those are really good things. I even see it this year. I'm proud of our guys for a lot of things, and one of the things is our academically. Last fall, we had 6 of our athletes, our baseball players, that were on the president's list. We had 10 who were on the dean's list, and Willie, our manager, was also on the dean's list, so that's at 11th. And I kind of see that building out there actually helping us academically. Hopefully it helps us in a lot of ways, but right now we typically practice Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5 a.m. If we have a building like that, we don't have to fight for spaces in here. We can go over there and practice more in the afternoon. They'll have a little better rest and help them with their academics. So it's going to help us in a lot of ways. And the kids really work hard, have to be disciplined to get up and do those things. And they still get their academics, take care of academics, and knock on wood, we continue that success. But it's not easy, and that building will definitely help make life a little easier for us. I sometimes get a little hard on the kids, and I know, like I said, reference earlier, like I act like a parent and all these different things. I think the coaching staff will wear so many different hats, and as I go through the list of people, to thank the coaching staff, Coach Suttonfield, Coach Hudlow, they put a lot of time, energy, and thankless hours in. They are so committed to these guys and this team, and so we're grateful for that. And we can't do it as coaches without the support of our spouses. I'm sure Coach Fletcher can attest to that. So, we're thankful to our spouses and our families for the sacrifices they make with the time away and things like that. Parents were very, very thankful for them, because these boys here wouldn't have the opportunity if the parents weren't there behind them, or their family support systems that they have. So we're thankful for all those things. We're looking forward to this year. We feel, and I think if you listen to some of the videos, I was looking at Bunker's eyes, thinking about how much he believes, in this team and what our potential is. We've had some ups and downs, and we know that's always part of it. We talked about being resistant, resilient, perseverance, and we know we're going to fight more of those. We've had a few injuries, we've lost a few guys. I think our pitching on that side of it, we've had a little more of a tougher go, so we're going to have some guys step up. On the pitching side, offensively, it's definitely going to be a strength for us. We've got a very strong lineup. We've got a lot of hitters, so we've got depth there. And I think we'll be solid defensively. So if we can get these guys that throw in strikes and play good defense, I'm very excited about the outlook of our team. And we get going February 13th, so it's just right around the corner. And so yeah, we're excited about it. We know that we have our ups and downs, and we get on these guys' cases a little bit. And I know that I'll be probably giving them some kind of a lecture here real soon about how we got to focus more on this and that. And it's just so tough indoors to maintain that focus with the early mornings and everything. But these guys are doing a good job, and we're always continuing to raise that bar, okay? Raise the expectation. And we have lofty goals, but I think last year we found ourselves at the end of the season. We went out and played number 4 in the country at their place. We split with them, knowing we should have had 3 of those. And that team is a team that that's where we are. We're in that position right now that we can compete with the top-ranked teams in the country. We also know that our region always produces a team that's in the tournament, and it always produces a team that's very competitive, in the Final Four or better. And so if we can go in and we can compete with that region, and we showed it last year we could. We have a chance to make it to a tournament. And from there, anything's possible, and we think big things to be ahead of us. So we got to qualify for the tournament. That regular season will be a nice test for us. We have some good opponents on there. I think some of the guys reference your schedule a little bit. We'll get tested. We may have more adversity. We know we will have more adversity, and our depth will be tested, our resilience will be tested, our resolve. But hopefully we persevere, we get stronger, we maintain a good focus, we keep raising that bar, and when we get to the postseason, we'll be a tough team to beat. And we get to the postseason, if we stay healthy and focus in the right place, that's a big thing. So very excited for this group, looking forward to getting going. And I appreciate you guys hanging with me there earlier too, because I tell you, as coaches, we really do care a lot about these guys. And things like what's happening with us, with our program, with me and the group. And then when I watched the video, I saw so many of Travis's teammates there. And so it's a tough time for us, so we'll get through it. And anyway, I appreciate your patience with me in that situation. And kind of excited, looking forward to the season. And it's going to be so hard without a Pirate having lost one of our members, Pirate member there. I just know how it kind of helps pull the group all together. So we'll support each other into it. So thank you all for hanging with me tonight. And next up, I'm going to introduce somebody who's back and be a proud pop and watch Chris come up here and give us a speech. I appreciate you coming, Chris. Chris Fletcher, Williams University head coach. Pirate alum.
I hope you can see me. First off, I'm a little short in the sense of a tall, so that kind of worked when the coach was standing up here. But big shoes to fill. I don't work for the Royals. Never been in pro ball. I watch a lot of it on TV. Wasn't with the Phillies, never the Royals. Just coached small school baseball I got my start here at North Central, just like you guys. It was actually 11 years ago I was sitting here, but actually there was one of 30 of us and 2 coaches. And Stream was over in the building. We do all the financial aid on it, so I forget to go to the name, yeah. And tonight you got to see your future of a new indoor facility. Well, at the time, we didn't really have an indoor facility. There was one piece of turf and one small cage and one mound in there, and the heater got broken because a recruit came, threw it in blue jeans, and threw a baseball into the heater and blew the thing up. Needless to say, that kid did not end up playing baseball. And so I hear tonight that you're getting this new indoor facility. And I remember sitting in a chair like yourself, probably going, why am I here? It's Friday night. I should be doing God knows what. And there we are. Hey, I'm sure you can relate. Hey, I get it. Hey, like I said, I was in your shoes not too long ago. It was 11 years ago, and then to see all these cool things coming up, that's really cool to see. So it was great to come back, get to see, follow up on you guys. As you saw, there was one kid on the board, Cole Weber, Jackson Cole Weber. He is now started here at North Central, moved on to us. So it's always cool to see those things. Mentioned earlier that, man, it's about the relationships that you guys are going to build, and you see it across, guys, from New York to BFE, God knows where in the Midwest, and you congregate right here in Trenton, Missouri, play some baseball. That stuff's really cool. Don't take that for granted because you saw 9 months ago how quick that can be taken away from you. And you sit around all summer like, man, I'd do anything to be in Trenton, or for our case, Fulton, Missouri, just to be back to play some baseball. So don't ever take that stuff for granted. Hearing Coach talk, a couple other speakers, hearing guys on the board, the only thing that comes to mind, which I want to talk to you guys about, is one word, and it's called commitment. Guys that get committed. I heard a lot on the board. Man, I want to be successful. We want to win. There's championships. I want to move on to bigger and greater things. I want to play at this level. I want to play at that level. Some still aspire to be a professional baseball player. And all those things are great. They really are. But if you're not committed, you're going to fall really, really short of those things. And commitment, it's not what you think it is. It's not when the sun's up, it's warm out, I don't really have anything going on, and it's easy to work. Commitment's whenever things get really, really hard, you can stay committed to it, and you find success in that. And it's really hard to do those things, because you guys, as young adults, and including myself, I'm not that much older than you guys, man, you get a lot of things thrown on your plate. But your commitment level determines if you'll be successful. And I'll hit on some of these things. I didn't write any of this down, by the way, so you can thank Tammy Weaver's for going by the fly on my seat here. I got a C+ in her class, so this is a product of hers. But is she still here? Okay, good deal. T-Dub, right? Right on. I actually think I got a B, not C+. But we talk about commitment. Commitment is not when things are easy and I want to do it because I like it. If you just like it, somebody next to you loves it and they're going to do better than you. And you got to be committed in everything you do. And I'll start with the first thing is in the classroom. I heard some guys talk about, man, Division I level, this level, that level. I'm just going to be frank honest with you because a couple guys even on the board were like, man, I'm just a straight shooter. Oh, so am I, so here you go. If your grades aren't in check, it doesn't matter. And I'm not even talking at our own university. If your grades aren't in check, you don't have a chance. That's just a fact. It doesn't matter how talented you are. You can be the greatest player ever. And if the scouts aren't coming knocking on your door, your only opportunity is to go to college, to play baseball, and you don't have your academics in check, you just don't make it. So you got to get committed in the classroom. Those days when you're laying in the dorm and Trenton's like -10 degrees and there's a foot of snow, you literally don't walk a block away to climb the third floor of the academic building over there. You got to be committed to go if you want that goal. When you got study hall at the ARC and it's on a Friday night, you want to go hang out with your boys, or you want to take a trip to Kansas City and have a good time, but you're struggling in the class and you're not committed to taking care of that, somebody else in this world is taking care of that. They're going to get picked over you. Right now we're in a pandemic of COVID. How many of you sophomores have already seen the stress of, oh my God, every freaking roster is full still? Yeah, it's true, it's out there. So what are you going to do to separate yourself? And it starts in the classroom. If you take care of your academics, then you just got to step up on everybody else. The next commitment thing you got to have is outside of the classroom and you're practicing your training. I'm not talking commitment of, oh man, I had a good weekend. Yeah, I'll go to the weight room on Monday. Man, that's not commitment. That's eyes off shit. Yeah, look at me. I went 4 for 4, now I'm back in there. Commitment is, man, we got our butts kicked and we got to get back in there. I always say this in the coaching world. You got to have guys you can lose with. Not guys you can win with. Winning's easy. Winning's fun. Winning takes care of everything. It doesn't matter who's playing as long as you're winning. It takes everything. It takes care of everything. Nobody complains if they're not in the lineup when teams win. But everybody wants to come and complain when you don't have a good team and guys aren't committed to really sacrificing and making those moves to make yourself better. You got to get committed. Just doing it when it feels good or when things are easy, that's not real commitment. You'll find out as I get going here at life after baseball, but now it's baseball-wise. So you got to have guys you can lose with, because how many of you guys have ever batted 1,000 for a full season? No hands will go up for that. Nobody has had a 0.00 ERA for a full season in the history of the game, right? Those guys stay committed. You got to lose with them, because winning's easy. If you can lose with a guy and get back to your training, you can get back to the turf room, you can get to the weight room. When you do those things together, watch out, you can be dangerous. But when you don't do those things and it's an I thing and it's a me thing, I'm not really committed to my teammates, man, then you create division and you're not successful. And I've seen it both ways. I've seen really, really talented teams that weren't committed. They were just, man, we're good, and they don't pan out. And then I've seen some teams where 2015, I was with Truman State over in Kirksville, Division II school. Double D does a tremendous job over there. If you ever get a chance to just talk baseball with that guy. We went to the Division II World Series that year, and we had one arm that could throw over 83 miles an hour. That's fast. I'm talking, he could hit you in the face with a fastball and you wouldn't feel it. But we had the most success that year because the guys were committed to each other to make each other better. And it started in the classroom. Team GPA that year was a 3.7. We had 33 guys, and all 33 were on the GOVC all-academic team. We also won 40 games that year. That was whenever I really took a step out of that team's committed to each other. And I was just the guy that kind of came in and just threw batting practice at the time. So that was real commitment to each other. I know when you're sleeping in those dorms, I slept there. You got 5 a.m. practice. Are you the committed teammate that, man, that guy, he's not up yet. You better pound on his door to get him over here so you get your work in? Or you're the guy that, he's on his own? Are you committed to your teammates? That's commitment. Are you committed to the game? I know you guys don't really know it, but coaches really do go above and beyond for players. And I won't talk about myself, but the relationship I have with Coach Hillman is tremendous. The first time I stepped foot in here, I came in at semester as a transfer in. We're doing bullpens at 5 a.m. And Coach Hillman walked through this back door here, and the catcher absolutely had the hips or something. He airmailed it and smacked Coach right in his hand with coffee, and it went freaking everywhere. And I was like, oh God, we're about to run. So we did actually. We did CDLs for like the next 30 minutes. So I'm sure you guys that are in the program now, you got a good dose of those. But it was the relationship that we built, and then over the time I saw the commitment to players and what that really means. Not just, and I wasn't even a superstar. I won't lie to you. I think I hit 280 2 years here. Was not a superstar. I was not that great of a player. I would show up every day, and a guy that was committed to you, to seeing, hey, get your butt in the classroom. You need to get in better shape. You need to do this. And at the time, I guarantee you guys say the same thing. Like, dude, just get off the case. I got it. Go play for a guy that doesn't do that. And then you tell me it's like, go work for a company or a boss one day, and your boss doesn't care about you. Then you'll find out real quick, oh my God, we got to have people that invest in you, that are committed to you. When you have that commitment and you're committed to each other, you'll see real success. Starts in the classroom, then you've got to prepare yourself in the weight room and your training, and then when it gets to the game, are you committed to the game? Here's another fact for you. If we all stop playing baseball today, guess what? That game still goes on. And it's a cruel world out there, and I love relating the game of life with baseball because it's so true. So if you're not committed to treating the game right, it will bite you. We always say, either you're about to get humbled in baseball, or you are humbled. And everybody gets a little piece of that humble pie around. And the guy that goes out on the weekend and he dices the guys up and he's got 12 punch-outs, if you don't humble yourself real quick, the game will do it for you. your next weekend you may not get out of first. So you got to keep yourself in check and stay committed to your work throughout the week. Remember, winning takes care of everything, but it's when you get beat, are you still committed to yourself to taking care of the game? Because like I said, this game, it is unforgiving. It does not matter where you come from, who you are, how good you think you are. It will humble you. Could we all agree that Mike Trout's probably top 2 hitters in baseball right now? If not, I'll sit right here and we'll have that discussion afterwards. I'm a huge Mike Trout fan, and even through his great seasons, he goes an 0 for slump. But watch his work ethic. I'm not saying be Mike Trout, but watch his work ethic. That guy's at the highest level doing that, and just shows up every single day. Shows up every day. He's committed to it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if the Angels are out of the playoffs by the end of May, or if they're in contention late June. Does not matter for that guy. He shows up every single day because he's committed to the game. And when you find that commitment, you'll see your success go. You'll have that. And then once baseball gets done, are you committed in life? And that's the bigger part. Baseball is great, and this is a quote, I think I coined it maybe myself, I'm not sure if I plagiarized, I'm sorry, maybe T-Dub will help me out later. But the game of baseball only goes so far. But your character, that thing goes with you forever. It goes with you forever. You may be done after North Central, you may be done after William Woods University, or you may be done after playing with the Royals, but it only takes you so far. You don't get to play this thing forever. If you take it for granted and not committed to it, you'll find out real quick when you're sitting in your local bar, having drinks with your buddies, but dang, I wish I would have just put a little bit more into it so I could play a little bit longer. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy sitting in the bar. Not that that's a problem, but if you're all here and you're real committed to baseball, that's not something you want to do. But once baseball's done, your character goes with you, and it's going to be, are you committed in life? How many of you guys have real serious girlfriends right now? You can raise your hand, it's okay. My wife is sitting right here. We started dating our sophomore year in high school. Commitment, loyal. I'm loyal to a fault. I think it's a good trait and it's a bad trait. But if you're committed to it, once you're done with baseball, you'll find that person, if you're not committed to it, you will not be happy or she will not be happy, and good luck with that. But you just got to get committed to it. And it's so hard to do that because you've got to change some things to be committed. One day, you might wake up and you don't have a job, but are you still committed to yourself, to working your tail end off to obtain something else? You may work your butt off in your job, or you may work your butt off here at North Central and your teammate still plays over you. That's a fact. There's 35 of you guys out there, only 9 get to play. How committed are you to your teammates to say, hey man, I'm going to bust my butt every day, so if you beat me out, you've actually earned it. Are you committed to that? Or are you just going to hang your hat on that? I had a pretty good fall, I look really good in an indoor cage, or no, I'm going to show up every day and be committed, because I know if I work hard and I push you with it, we're going to be dangerous. And then whenever you leave baseball and you have that same commitment, you can tackle anything. Because you might come home one day and your wife might quit her job unexpectedly, and you know she's the breadwinner, and you walk into a house and you're like, how are we going to make this work? We have a house, 2 cars, some debt. So what are we going to do? If you're not committed in that relationship, it fails. But if you stay committed to each other, you make things work out, and it always works out for the better. But you got to be committed, and it's not 1 foot in, 1 foot out. It's all in or you're out. Through the good times and bad. Baseball starts in the classroom, like I said. Class beats you up, you're struggling in biology, maybe you better get with a tutor. If the C is the best you can get in that class, get a C. When it comes to the training, if you suck at getting up at 5 a.m., create a buddy system. Get committed to it. Get that guy, say, hey, I suck at getting up at 5 a.m. You're really good at it. Help me out. I'm good in math. I can help you out there. And then when you come to practice, everybody likes baseball. Stay committed to that. Who cares if you were 14 for 14 on the weekend? Nobody cares. Right? Because guess what? You're probably going to play Tuesday, then Friday, and and then Saturday, and then there might be a makeup game Monday, and you're traveling from Trenton, Missouri down to Harrison, Arkansas, and they don't care, and you got to stay committed to it. And then when it gets to the game, and it's the 7th inning, and things are not going your way, man, you got to stay committed in the ball game. It's a long game. If you check out and start pointing fingers how the game goes, and you're not committed to each other for the game, for the success of the game, just pack it in, do something else. Go work at your local Warmup. They're always hiring. Right? And then when you leave North Central and you start that recruiting process, and whatever school it is that you're going to go to, be all in. If you're not all in, get out. And it's not. I always tell recruits when they come, it's not a threat. It's not to make you intimidate you. But if you don't get committed in anything, that thing fails. The reason why Google is so successful is because everybody that works for that company is committed to Google's success. And when they're not, Google gets rid of them. It's a cutthroat world out there. It is. It will cut you down, and if you're not committed into it, you don't stand a chance. And I always say this because it's so true. Now, what are you going to do to separate yourself to obtain that advantage over somebody? What are you going to do to separate yourself? I never really like to talk about myself because there's really nothing ever to really talk about. But I always knew I wanted to coach. Even when I came to North Central, I told Coach Hillman, I was like, I just want to coach. If I get to play baseball, I get to play baseball. But I want to get into the coaching thing. Maybe it's because I'm not that good at playing it. I'm better at this side of it. Went to work all these camps and do working. I coached in the Northwoods League, coached in the Mink League, all summer long, stay away from family, missed numerous birthdays, because I had one track mind. I was like, I want to coach college baseball, I'm going to do whatever it takes to do that. If that means move to Thunder Bay, Canada for 80 days, I'm going to do it, which was the best time of my life for summer baseball. And then I'm going to move to Hannibal, Missouri, and then I'm going to go to Jeff City, Missouri, and then St. Louis, Missouri, and we're going to make it work, and then I'm going to go cook lunch at Truman State just so I can coach baseball. And at the end of the day, all those things worked out, and I was trying to separate myself from things, and got one job offer. I was like, man, just happened to be back at William Woods as the assistant. Winner by default, in my opinion. But I was doing all these things, going, man, I stayed committed, I've worked my tail end off, and I've stayed short. Almost packed out. Hell, I didn't call coach. I was like, I think I'm out of coaching. I'm just going to go work at Veterans United with my brother, make a lot of money. That sounds like fun. Play some golf, drink a lot of beer at the lake house. That sounds like fun. He's like, give it another shot, see what happens. Stay committed to it and found a niche. Like I said, don't like to talk about myself. That's just one real life example. If you can do those things, it will work out in your favor. So work at that. You got to work at your commitment. And then those things lead to everything else. You stay more loyal. You have more trust in your teammates. You have more trust in your coaching staff. And when you do those things, you can be dangerous. You can be successful. But if you're not all in, then you're out. So you got to hop on board with that, even through the bad times. Hey, late bus trip, get back to Trenton at 4 a.m. from those long road trips, and you got an 8 a.m. class. Pick yourself up and get to class. Stay committed to it. See what happens when you do those things. 21 days makes you a habit, good or bad. If you work out for 21 days, there's a good possibility that you stay committed to your workout. If you smoke cigarettes for 21 days, you're probably going to be a smoker. You start hanging around successful people for 21 days, good chance you pick up some successful habits. You hang around 21 dope heads for 21 days, probably going to be a dope head. But you got to be committed in those days, good, bad, or otherwise. Pick the good. Last thing I'll leave you guys with is, like I said, this was not prepared. I was just excited that I got to make the roster to come up here, and then I got pulled off the bench to like part-time pinch hit, and then they're like, "Oh, you're actually going to start tonight." I was like, "Oh hell, I guess I'll strap it up and go." But man, to leave you guys with this, I do follow you guys throughout the year. Obviously, I coach at another university, but that doesn't deter anything. Like Coach said, you know, once a pirate, always a pirate. It's hard to make it back in fall because we run our own things. But I still keep tabs on it. Some of you recruit, some don't recruit, some could care less to ever hear about William Woods, and that's okay. But man, just put yourselves in a good position in life to have success. Get committed to something. If you're struggling in the classroom, commit yourself to it. Get all in. You're not happy with your playing time? Go look yourself in the mirror, which is the hardest thing to do in the world, is self-evaluate and see where your commitment level is. You got a teammate that's more committed to you, hang around that guy. You got a teammate that's across the country that's doing bigger and better things, talk to them. Hey man, what could you do different? Oh, I killed the weight room. I went every single day, 5 days a week. Didn't miss a day. Big difference. When you do those things, you'll find success. And I really look forward to that for you guys. I mean, you guys got a lot of great things going on here. You actually have plastic bleachers in here. It's not all wood. It got shattered with baseballs flying around. You have a video board. You're getting a new indoor facility. Do you guys still drive to Chill Coffee every day for practice? Nope, because you got one here in town. I spent 1.5 full years of driving from Trenton to Chillicothe 6 days a week. You don't get reimbursed for your gas money, by the way. You pack a lunch to go. And then you have a $4 to $5 price depending on if you enter squad that day. And our big announcement that year was very similar to this. You get a new indoor. Well, that year was, hey, we're going to take over that city park and you guys are going to sod it and cut it and build bullpens and hang a cage. And we were ecstatic. It's like, hell, we don't have to drive to Chillicothe. We will do whatever you guys want us to do. So we spent numerous nights building bullpens, pushing them on the grass, doing those things. So you guys actually have it pretty good here. So don't take that for granted. Think about it, you're one of 35 in here. How many of your high school teammates are still currently playing baseball? When I left high school, there was one. It was myself. I had a couple other teammates that played football or some basketball, but think of the percentage that come from high school that you're still playing college baseball. Like, hey, I get it, you're in Trenton, Missouri. You're not in Nashville, Tennessee playing for Vanderbilt. I got that. But you're still playing baseball. You're playing baseball at a place that can give you a great opportunity, a coaching staff that really cares about you, and a school that wants to see you succeed. And now they're reaching back to say, hey, let's talk about your success and keep moving the sport. That's tremendous. Think about it, you're in a pandemic and you got 2 dorms going up, that's new, a new indoor facility, and you're about to embark on playing a full season after you guys have a good test with your COVID. I guarantee you guys at least have one friend up there that is like, I canceled our season, I'm not playing anything. Don't take it for granted, because remember 9 months ago, drop of a hat, takes it away from you. Right? Don't ever be that guy that goes back to his town, wants to just drink beer with his buddies in the bar, and oh dude, I should have just put forth a little more effort, who would have known what happened. That's fine to do that, but don't be that guy. Get committed, stay true to yourselves, be great teammates, and work at it. When you do those things, you will find success, and I will follow you guys throughout. So I talk to Coach Hillman once, twice a week, keep tabs on each other, let you know about who we need to recruit, maybe who we don't need to recruit sometimes, I don't know. But we will always stay in contact, keep working at it, and I hope you guys really do have a great season. I think you guys are set up for a lot of success. But get committed to it, stay invested in it, and see what happens, you know. Like what they said, pirate up and anchor down. Is that something you guys say around here? Right, I won't bore you guys anymore tonight, so you guys can get back to your TikTok videos and all that fun stuff and Fortnite. So thanks for having me up. I loved it. Like always, want to come back. Maybe next time Mike Arbuckle can talk, because he's got a cooler background than I do. But anyways, thanks again.
Chris, great job, and it's a great message too. I've got a story about commitment. I'm not trying to one-up you, Chris, but this comes from Blue Holtz, the old Notre Dame football coach. He told this story about Dan, I think his name, I can't remember. Dan Anderson, he was a private in the Army. He was in his barracks one night and got a text message from his girlfriend, and it said, "Dan, you know I love you, but I think we're starting to grow apart." Well, Dan immediately went to his commanding officer's headquarters and he said, "Sir, I have got to go home, and I've got to go right now." And his commanding officer looked at him and said, "Dan, you don't have any leave coming. You can't go. You're committed to the Army." And he said, "But I'm also committed to my girlfriend." He went back to his dorm, or his barracks rather. He sat down on his bed and decided he would have a plan of action. He looked at his phone again, he thought about it for a second, and he got up and he left the barracks. The officers with the guns guarding the gate told him to stop. He went past them. They said, "Stop again or we'll shoot." He went past the next barricade and made his way out of the encampment. And as they were leveling their rifles at his back, he continued to move. And as they fired on him leaving, they heard him say, "My mom is in heaven, my daddy's in hell, my girlfriend's in Chicago. I'm going to meet one of them tonight." And that's the story of Dan. Think about it. All right, well, we have a special video from a friend of Coach Hillerman. And so if you again, please turn your attention to the video board.
Greetings from Florida. We are down here waiting for you Pirates to come on down. Listen, I understand you're having a winter warm-up, so we stopped by just to say hello and greet you and greet your Pirates and wish you well for the next and the upcoming season. Now, I know your weather isn't conducive to baseball right now, but you're going to be okay very shortly. And to all you Pirates, let me say, I've been on your campus. You have a wonderful campus. You have an outstanding, outstanding coach. We know Donnie very well. You have a wonderful president, an excellent staff to help you, and everybody is there with goodwill and ready to take care of you. And I know you're already enjoying your experience on campus. We can't say enough for North Central, really. I loved it when I was there. I got to walk around the campus, see all the buildings, visit some of the buildings, and I saw baseball practice. You all looked pretty good. So I'm looking forward to your great season, and I know Donnie's going to keep us in touch and let us know how well you're doing. So good luck to all of you, and I'm going to let Lee say a couple of things. That's enough. Oh, no, go ahead.
Hi, y'all. I just would like to say that Donnie was just one of my most brilliant coaches at St. Louis Community College, Forest Valley. Donnie has a good, really good baseball mind, acquired from interacting and learning from various professionals in the field. He is also a very loyal person. He's loyal to his family, to his team, and to his school. He will do anything to help you along in your student career, regardless of where it's going to go or how you're going to get there. You can trust in him. What else? Let's see, what else could I say about him?
I don't know, but I thought for a minute you were going to take credit for all that Donnie knows about baseball, so I feel better. Okay.
Not quite, no. I didn't play baseball. I played softball for a while. Wasn't any good, but I really enjoyed playing. I've also met your president, and he is one cool guy.
He sure is.
Yeah.
Yes.
We were fortunate to have a luncheon with him, and we shared some common experiences and know a few people anyway in common. And I personally think he's just a very great person. I would say that Donnie has sort of a strict disciplinarian, and that's for good reason. You have to be knowledgeable to carry out the plays, to do your share, to know your position. And he sometimes can get what appears to be a little overbearing. But don't be put off by that. He has your best interest at heart because he wants you to do as well as you can, not only on the field, but maybe more importantly in the classroom. I love you, Donnie.
Hey, Donnie, I got my pirate shirt on too. I just want you to know that.
Mine too.
We're ready. Hey, Pirates, good luck. Have a wonderful season. We'll be thinking of you and following you. Take
Go
good
Pirates!
care.
Go Pirates!
Go Pirates, you bet.
Nice, very nice. All right, we're to the point of our program in which we're going to give out some prizes from the raffle drawing. By the way, I ran into some raffle ticket sellers in Highgate a couple of times. You guys do a nice job. Thank you for representing North Central so well when you're out in public like that. Ryan Summerfield, our sports information director here at NCMC, and of course the assistant baseball coach. And Tyler Hudlow, who is an alum and an assistant baseball coach, will give out the prizes. By the way, I saw them play in the alumni game. You tore it up. That was great. A lot of people wanted to see the replays of your at-bats. But Tyler, Ryan, we're ready for the raffle drawing.
Coach Hudlow's grabbing the tickets. We definitely want to thank everyone who supports the raffle. Fundraising has been pretty difficult this year, as you can imagine, with COVID and a lot of things we do, we haven't been able to do. So this fundraiser was really important to us, and the community, families, everyone involved have been great in supporting us. NCMC cap and a signed baseball by the 2021 Pirates baseball team. Sergio Rivera. Another NCMC cap and signed baseball. Holly Bodenhausen. NCMC Pirates alumni Stephen Vidal, he's currently in the Royals organization. Kendall Lewis. Danny Cox, autographed baseball. Debbie Batson. An autographed Dennis Leonard photo, Kobe Linder. Autographed Mike Sweeney card, Jill Reeder. Tony Fernandez autographed baseball card, Edwards. That's a phone number. We will find you, Edwards. Jonathan Scope, autograph baseball. Dave Alley. A Stan Musial autograph baseball card. Looks to start with a D. Miller. Also has a phone number. A signed photo by Hall of Famer Cal Ripken. Tammy Fountain. The 50-inch Samsung television, Cliff Harris. And the Traeger grill, which was donated by Jared Christner, the father of Gary Cole, Lisa Dryden. Again, thank you for everyone who purchased raffle tickets. It really does help us out, helps with our budget, so thank you.
Coach wants to remind me that the schedule online for baseball is up to date. March 11th is the first home game. And while we're speaking about that, I've been meaning to say this all night, we will be televising baseball, but we split our schedule, balance it with softball, of course, and I know you understand the reasons behind that. So we'll have that as soon as we get a chance to see what softball is doing. Before we go tonight, before we dismiss you, I've got just a real quick thought for you. As you look down that schedule, all of those teams that you play are your opponent, you know that. But I think you probably also realize that the game itself is your opponent. You're always playing against the game. But this year, and last year, COVID is also a big opponent. So take care of that part for your teammates and the teams you play against. And you can do that because as a team, you can overcome those kinds of things. And I know you're going to have a great year. Can't wait to see you play. But for now, we're going to say goodbye and go Pirates. Thank you for coming tonight.